It's the state's understanding that we have an agreed order enforcing the child and medical support and dental in this case. Specifically, Mr. Guajardo is in agreement that prior to the state filing its action in March of 2023, since the prior order, he was not hospitalized or incarcerated. During testimony, the state will elicit information regarding the 4 specific dates on which 0 payments came in. Additionally, there is no modification of current child medical or dental support at this time. Going forward, the father is wanting to pay a total of $600, so both current and toward arrears beginning December 1st. The mother is in agreement that this encompasses the $450 current child support, $82 current medical support, and $1.99 current dental support, with the remaining $66.01 being distributed towards the arrears. Specifically, for dental support arrears, $2.19 flat on or before the 30th day of December 31st, of 2023. With monthly payments towards the medical support of $10 per month. Interest is $3.81. And then for the child support, it would be $53.82 per month because interest on it is roughly $45.07. And then, Your Honor, we're asking for a reset date in 2024. February, if you have it. March would probably be better just because we're already in November, and I would like 3 months of the full payments being made. And other than that, Your Honor, the state is not asking for punitive contempt, or sorry, punitive we are, coercive we're not. And so with the 180 days being imposed, his arrears are not high enough for us to seek attorney's fees, court costs if the court so finds that appropriate. And the state's understanding is the ad litem does have an additional request.
All right, and I'll let you know, I do have February available, but I haven't made March yet because I'm looking at changing the docket times maybe around for March, and I'm still looking at whether or not we're going to do that starting that first week in March. So I'll let you know. Thank you. But I do have the the February Zoom code already ready. Thank you. All right, Ms. Swartz.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that is our agreement. Our only request at this time is that my appointment be expanded to include doing the modification on behalf of Mr. Guajardo. He is making substantially less, and doing the math on that, that would help keep him out of jail going forward.
All right, then. All right, then. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get some testimonies from the parties for the agreement, and I'll go ahead and grant you to allow you to stay on this going forward, ma'am. All right. I usually do that through the first reset date anyway, just to see how things go. But after that, if everything's looking good, then that's when I let the attorney off. All right. And by then, okay. But at this time, I'll go ahead and ask both the parties at this to raise your right hands and then mute yourself, and we'll proceed. Thank you. All right, ma'am. Okay, there you go. Please raise your right hands. Both of you solemnly swear or affirm your testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you.
Yes.
Sure. All right, you're both under oath, and I'm going to let the state call you both as witnesses. Obviously, Ms. Guajardo, you have an attorney, so that's your attorney will advise you on any aspects of this. Ma'am, if you have any questions or anything else you think you need to tell the court at the end of this hearing, that as far as what you're requesting, you'll be allowed to do so as a closing statement. Thank you. You may proceed at this time and call your first witness, Ms. Bagnat.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Brianna Martin Medel. Ma'am, what is your full name?
Brianna Martin Medel.
Who is the child in this case?
Noah Guajardo.
How are you related to Noah?
I'm the mother.
Who is Noah's father?
Richard.
And ma'am, is that Mr. Guajardo that you can see on screen right now?
Yes.
And is Mr. Guajardo the person who was ordered to pay child, medical, and dental support in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And all of that support was ordered to be made through the state's disbursement unit. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
And you've had an opportunity to review the state's most recent payment record?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I offer that into evidence at this time if you have it.
Okay, I do.
No objection.
All right, folks, Ms. Swartz and Ms. Martin Medel, this is the financial activity report in your case. Is there any objection that's coming to evidence at this time, Ms. Swartz? You muted, ma'am.
She's currently in the courthouse, Your Honor, so that may be the reason for the delay.
All right, then. Miss Martin Medel, any objection to stage one coming to evidence?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, Miss. Yeah. All right. Miss, any objections to stage one, the financial report?
No, I apologize, Your Honor.
That's okay, we got it. Stage one's admitted, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Martina Medel, you haven't received any direct payments from the father, have you?
No, ma'am.
And so on page 3 of that exhibit, where it shows the arrears of $9,012.89 for child support is accurate,
Yes, ma'am.
that the medical support arrears of $761.37 as of yesterday is also accurate.
Yes, ma'am.
And finally, for the dental support, the $2.19 is accurate.
Yes.
Were you able to hear my opening statement, ma'am? That I just made to the court as far as agreements and
Oh,
disagreements.
yes. Yes. Sorry, I was confused. Yes, I did. Thank you.
And as far as the repayment amounts and current support all equaling $600 beginning December 1st is fine with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it fair to say, ma'am, that your main concern was seeing actual payments and having them continue consistently?
Yes, ma'am.
And then as far as the rest of it, ma'am, you were not made aware of any reasons why Mr. Guajardo couldn't make some payment toward this case and are in agreement with the court finding him in contempt.
No, ma'am.
Anything else, ma'am, based on my questions you wanted the court to consider?
No, ma'am. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
All right, then Swartz, your witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, then I'll allow you to call your next witness then, Ms. Bagnat. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. The state calls Richard Guajardo. Sir, what is your full name?
Richard Guajardo Jr.,
And sir, is it correct that you're the father of Noah?
as far as I know.
And you were the person ordered to pay child medical and dental support in this case?
Yes.
Specifically through the state's disbursement unit?
Yes.
And sir, you've also had an opportunity to review that payment record or the one that was filed with our action?
Yes.
And would you agree, sir, that our arrears amounts that I just went over with Ms. Martina Medel are accurate?
Yes.
And sir, prior to March of 2023, were you incarcerated or hospitalized for a month or more?
No, ma'am.
And would you agree, sir, that on January 1 of 2023, November 1 of 2022, September 1 of 2022, and July 1 of 2022, there were 0 payments made?
Correct.
And based on you not being hospitalized or incarcerated, sir, you understand the state is asking the court to find that you were otherwise able to pay, failed to pay, and should be held in contempt?
Correct.
And so, sir, you understand that the state is requesting the court to impose a 180-day jail sentence, but not put you in jail immediately, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
And so, sir, what we're asking
Okay.
the alternative is to have you come back on February 1 of 2024 in person, having shown us what your payments are going to look like going forward, or if you need to be incarcerated on that day.
Correct.
And sir, you were asking that this court approve the $600 total due from you beginning December 1st, so that at this time, child support, medical support, and dental support currently remain as they were, but the excess $66.01 be distributed so that each of those arrears amounts is repaid?
That is correct. I mean, obviously, I would like a remodification so I can pay this down sooner, but that's a conversation for later, I guess.
Correct, sir, because you understand we're only able to go forward on what was pled for or otherwise agreed.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
All right, Ms. Swartz, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is your current job the job that the child support was based on?
No, ma'am. I worked at UPS at the time.
Okay, and do you make substantially less money at this job?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you asking that I be authorized to help you with the modification of your child support amount?
Yes, ma'am.
And otherwise, everything you heard was your agreement as well. Is that fair to say?
Correct.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, then, anything on redirect, Ms. Bagnat?
No, Your Honor.
All right, any other witnesses at this time? Sorry.
None, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Schwartz, how about you? Any witnesses you wish to call at this time, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Martin Medel, I know I'm mispronouncing your last name. Do you have anything else you want to tell the court this time, ma'am, as far as testimony is concerned?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and look at making, going ahead and I'm sorry, improving the agreement at this time. I'm going to go ahead and find that Mr. Guajardo, you did violate the court order and failed to pay child support on the 4 occasions that you admitted to. For that, I'm sentencing you to 180 days in the Bell County Jail, but I'm deferring the commitment. I'm reducing the judgment, the unpaid child support and cash medical, and ordered repayment as agreed to also. I'm going to go ahead and reset the commitment to the first day of February 2024, at which time you are to appear before this court. And I'm going to go ahead and leave your attorney on for the purposes of facilitating the possibility of some type of form of modification at that time, but that's up to you and she how you want to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and I know it wasn't agreed to and it wasn't part of the deal, but I will, based on the fact, sir, that you have failed to make the payments and you do owe this certain amount, I'm going to go ahead and order you repay court costs, and the state is not requesting attorney fees at this time. So at this time, Ms. Schwartz, anything else you ask the court to do here? Anything you have questions about as far as the court's rulings, ma'am?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Bagnat?
No, Your Honor, just making sure that based on parties' appearance and you making the record, signatures of the parties on the order will not determine whether an arrest warrant is issued for failures to appear in the future.
All right, correct that will, and you can put that into the order also, all right? But the court specifically during the hearing, as a convenience to everyone, did the hearing on Zoom, and that the failure for the parties to sign will not negate the fact that they did this, and we have a complete record of it. And failure to appear would cause the court to go ahead and issue that warrant for failure to appear. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing else.
All right, may everyone be excused, Ms. Bagnat?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're all free to go, and like I said, I'll see everybody in February. If that turns out to be an ICE day, we'll probably reset that matter to the very next first Monday of the month, and by then in March there will be a new Zoom code with the new time on it as per. Actually, I'm looking at moving everything from 9:30 to 9 o'clock, but I'm looking at the logistics of doing it, and I'm not going to do it to after till we get out of the winter months and make it easier for people to travel to court if necessary. So anyway, thank you all very much. We're off the record.